Cody Alexander Match Quarters. We're going to be breaking down the technique of this corner against a screen pass. Now, I think screen passes are one of the most undercoached or overcoached aspect of playing the corner, and I'll explain what I mean by that. So in this play, we're going to get just a simple bubble screen. The Bills are going to run a dart. They're going to then be reading the leverage of this. We get the nickel coming in, so the quarterback is going to pull it, and he's going to throw the screen. Now, here's the thing about screens. If you are going to be aggressive at the corner spot and you are going to have your corner cut, these guys need to be wide, or he needs to be closer to the line of scrimmage. The closer he is to the line of scrimmage, the better angle he is going to have to then attack this screen. This would be a trap tag. This would be from a press, maybe a cover two press where we're going to be stepping inside. So really, if we want to cut this thing off quickly, we need to get into a trap tag, and we need to then have this receiver down. Now, if we play this, you're going to see that the coverage is not necessarily it's not cover two. So we're in a cover three, we're in a man scheme, something like that. This looks like this is going to be kind of a nickel fire zone where the nickel's coming off, and we're going to just have 3 under 3 deep off of that. So we already have an aggressive player here with the safety. So this corner really needs to sit back, and he can't be aggressive up front, and he can't go in and cut this. So again, understanding coverage, and you always have a layer to it. You have an underneath and an over top. So our underneath player is the aggressor. Our off player is going to be the support player. So he's actually going to support. The way that this should also fit is the corner should be fitting outside. So the corner needs to fit outside. The safety would fit here, and then we have a rally player inside. So if we block this into 3 different gaps, he's going to have the outside, he would have the alley, and then he would have the crease, and he's also chasing it. Now, we also have the nickel coming. So this is where we're going to get our 3-on-2 from in terms of the run fit. So once the ball is caught, you can see that the corner does a good job initially of working to his receiver. Now, this is where he has to make a choice, right? If we go ahead and we dip and rip, right, we are going to let this receiver wall us, and then we've actually created a backdoor off of this. So when you get, there's different types of block destruction that you want. In reality, what this, with the receiver not working horizontally when he gets here, he needs to press the outside shoulder and close. So we want to actually compress this back. We want to be able to compress this and create essentially a cutback to where he is an inside shoulder and an outside shoulder defender there waiting for him. Instead, what we end up getting is the corner decides to get a little bit greedy, and he actually goes inside. If you go inside, you have to make this play, but notice the distance from the ball carrier. The ball carrier has caught the ball. His shoulders are pointed vertically. We need to set outside and compress. Instead, the corner rips inside, and similar to ripping up the field, he creates a back door. He creates an alleyway for this receiver to then escape. So we're going to get the receiver logging him. He now has to work through the trash, and now what ends up happening is we now have to change angles, and now we're off to the races with this. So as this plays out, you can see the corner works inside. The receiver ends up getting a 2-for-1 on the block, and 10 has no one with him, and he ends up taking off. The only person that's going to be able to get him is the safety. So again, at the top, if he's going to work inside, he has to make this play, and he has to do it immediately. He has to go right now. Instead, he goes ahead and he makes contact. He works inside, and once he works inside, that's when we're going to end up getting the 2-for-1. Remember, he's expecting the corner to set the edge. He's not expecting the corner to dip inside. If he was going to do that, he would be working out, understanding that this is going to work back out and around. So again, as the corner, when he gets to this point of action right here, he needs to hit on the outside shoulder and compress. The only time we would want to dip and rip through that is if the receiver has the ball and he is running horizontally. Then we want to dip and rip and set the edge so that he has to drastically cut back. That gives him time to get to the outside shoulder, and now we have an inside shoulder. So even when you are teaching the screen block destruction. You don't always want to teach the dip and rip. You don't always want to teach the button press. You have to understand where this leverage is. And then also you can work this in a drill by saying horizontal or vertical, letting that guy go step and then get vertical, or force him to go to the sideline, where then we would dip and rip. If he goes vertical, we want to butt and press and work back. And then that's when, as he feels that backdoor, that's that backdoor chop that we want to work on in terms of ball disruption, and letting him work to it and then him work to it. So again, understanding leverage of not only your blocker, but yourself and the receiver will help in a situation like this. And the cardinal rule for the corner is to always stay outside. The moment he dips his head in, he creates an alley and he makes it much more difficult on the defense. Thank you again for joining me for another clinic. Make sure to like and make sure to subscribe to MatchQuarters.com for more content like this.